Hello there everyone, it is TIJ and welcome back to episode 3 of the Joe Root Career Mode and Ashes Cricket on the Xbox One. Today we are going to be starting the second Ashes test against Australia, which remarkably, if you looked at real life, you would just think is impossible. We are 1-0 up in the Ashes at the moment. We won by an outstanding 5 runs last time out, and I think our runs really helped to do that. I'm trying to think, we got 131 and I think we got an 80 to really help the team do well, and we won by 5 runs in the end. It's quite incredible that we only won by that amount, but you know, we won, and that's the real importance. You know, we can win by a run, we can win by an inning, it really doesn't matter, but we won. But just like to say before we start, folks, this series might move. It's not going to affect you in any way, but it's going to be more frequent. Probably it's going to be on a Tuesday and a Thursday as well as a Saturday, which obviously is today, and then Thursdays will be the new day, purely because at the moment there is no content on a Thursday, and it's only on Monday, Wednesday and Friday in terms of the FM stuff. So I thought, you know what, since we've got the Ashes cricket stuff and we're actually playing the Ashes at the moment, I thought we may as well try and get the Ashes over, not necessarily as quick as possible, but quite quickly, because I can guarantee that if this goes on forever, you guys can get a little bit bored, and really, I'm looking forward to, more than anything, getting into some of the limited over stuff and the county stuff also. So back at the start of a test then, obviously we're at the end of a test last episode, but we start, I think it's the Adelaide Oval for this one, and I can't remember what happened in real life in this one, but I certainly remember we got beat. I mean, it's not hard to think whether we got beat. Of course, in the 4th test in real life, we did draw, but it looks like in this one we're going to lose, I think, because Kawasha got 171, and even that, 171, something like that. But we got 330, I think, in our innings. And this is up to date, obviously, because I'm recording this on the same day that it comes out, but probably I'm going to bulk record a few episodes today. So really, by the time that Thursdays comes out, the Ashes will be over, which is a real shame, I guess, but oh well. And what I don't want this series to turn into is us coming in every innings, saving the players, you know, getting 100, buggering off, and then you got guys not seeing any of the innings. I'm going to try and work out how I'm going to make this as entertaining as possible. Still in the preliminary stages of this series. It looks like we haven't changed the team whatsoever for this game. Of course, us, the captain, don't get any say in this game with the team, but it looks like we've stayed with exactly the same team, with Milan and those sorts of players being new entrants to the squad, as well as Overton. But I don't actually know what we could go with today. It's quite high humidity, and it's quite windy, but there's not a lot of chance of rain. But it's getting cloudier, and a more cloudy outlook going to the later days of the test. So we're going to go with heads. Why not heads? Well, I was going to say tails never fails, but we went with heads, so you can't really say heads never fails if tails never fails, because you can't really have it both ways. But Australia unfortunately won the toss, as I said there. Tails never fails. But Australia have chosen to bowl on this pitch. I think, again, it was probably a 50-50, a little bit like the last game. It was probably a 50-50. But obviously what we're going to do is see the first over in maybe with Cook and Stoneman, because obviously we're only batting us ourselves. We're going to see the first over in with Cook and Stoneman, and then we are going to come in as soon as we are needed when those 3 wickets have fell. Now, I did check the comments, and James Humphreys did put about the reverse swing, and that's a nice shot. That's a few runs already. That's very nice from Alex Cook. There was something like I say about doing reverse swing. Now, I've been playing the last few games. I must admit, I've been obsessed with doing reverse swing. I've been doing it every single blooming ball if I can. But I'm going to be trying a little bit of reverse swing today, if possible, probably against the spinners, as James recommended, because Nathan Lyon's a bit of an idiot. Well, not an idiot. You can't really say he's an idiot. But a bit of a menace sometimes, I think it's fair to say. But we've had a really good start to the match. I think we've got 4 off these first 2 balls. And Cook is going really well, which is quite unusual for Alistair Cook. But I'd like to see, not for ourselves of course, but I'd just like to see whether these two can get a good partnership going. No, they can't. 49 for 2. Cook and Stoneman are both out. And Vince, actually, we're quite quickly in with Vince. And Nathan Lyon's got his first ball to James Vince. He bowls it in, and Vince hits it. And that's not going to be a run, however, because it's just gone straight to a fielder. And that's a little bit disappointing, to be honest, that we've had a really bad first, well, what do you call it? A bad first partnership. And what you might have noticed, wow, hold on a minute, Pat Cummins, off his first over, 1 run and 1 wicket. That's blooming fantastic. But what I've done, I don't know if you guys noticed, that's a poor shot, by the way. I have actually put the batting difficulty up to hard. I've been doing it a little bit in my own playing, and I find it's quite, not easy to go on hard. It's a little bit more of a challenge, but at the same time, you can't bash it around for 6 when you want. That's a nice hit. That should be going, because the boundaries seem quite short here. That's gone for 4, and that is a really, really good hit. And I don't really know how to do this, because it is tricky in these sorts of videos not to to just come in, blast a 50, and then leave you, and then wait till Tuesday, because it could get repetitive. But then at the same time, if I start playing with the whole team, it's not really a player career mode then, is it? Because, well, we'd just be basically all the time scoring ones. Oh, and that's gone for a leg bite. It's probably gone for a 4, since the boundary's quite short. Is it gone for a 4? Yes, it has. That's embarrassing from Pat Cummins. Obviously seeing the threat of Joe Root on strike, but I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the other players will just get, I'll just get preference, or Joe Root rather will get preference. Tried the reverse swing there, it's a very nice shot, that should go for at least 2. But yeah, we just really have a preference for Root, wouldn't we? And that's the unfortunate bit, you know, we just don't have all the other players getting singles or threes or odd numbers of runs basically, and just keeping Root on strike, which I don't really feel is a good thing to do. I mean, Vince, you know, he's an AI player, and that means that apart from ourselves, or Joe Root, we cannot control this innings at all, which is a really good prospect, to be honest, because yes, we can do our bit, but at the same time, we can't actually do anything else, if that makes sense. But we've got 7 off 3 balls, James Vince into his double figures now, which is really nice, and we have got Nathan Lyon coming in, so we're going to try a bit of a reverse swing like we did there, but in fact, 90 degrees to the bat. That's a nice hit, good one. That's just going to be the single though, in all fairness. I think that was all we could really do there. I've gone for some stupid runs in my own little play through the Ashes series. I've gone for some right stupid runs. In terms of, I've gone for 2, so it's quite clearly 1. And I've lost countless number of wickets for that. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more defensive in this. James Vince simply misses that shot. I don't really think he was going to hit it. But I can guarantee probably he'll be until the end of the over. Yes, he is. Mitchell Stark comes in now. And I'd say he's probably quite likely to bowl the offside, hence why he's coming in from the offside, if you like. But that's quite a... Oh, that's a nice shot, you know. We don't technically usually hit the bouncers. I mean, I say, oh, I don't like bouncers, so we don't usually get to hit them. But in fact, it's probably the first boundary I've ever got off a bouncer in this game. So, there you go. You guys have seen things for real. But if you are enjoying this series, and you are enjoying this video, rather, make sure you do give it a like. It'd be brilliant if you guys could just show your appreciation. Because that, in the end of the day, I am always going to continue this series. I'm not going to base it off likes or views or whatever. Because with this series, yeah, views do help. But this is one that I am really, really, really enjoying. Whereas a longer term save, such as FM, which is the main focus on my channel, I would probably rely on views, etc. a little bit more, to be honest. To be blunt. Because obviously, you know, that's my main series. And if that's not getting any views, then there's little point doing it. But after those 3 balls there, we got 9, and James Vince is back on track. We've got a really aggressive innings going on here, and I don't know. I don't know if the move to hard has actually made it any harder. But I don't want to go to hardest in the risk it'll be absolutely terribly, scarily hard, if you like, if that makes sense. So we just keep getting bowled out for 1. Because that makes things really boring. Then you've got to have a balance in games. I feel that you've got to be, you know, sort of wrong reverse swing there. I'd already clicked the reverse swing button, but it came down the leg side, so we kind of had to do like a really weird reverse swing shot because it was going down leg and the bat was on that way anyway. But yeah, that was bizarre. Lovely hit though, and that will be 2 runs. I think we can probably run that one for 2, and the fielder is quite slow actually to get that and retrieve that to the wicket keeper. So yeah, that's gone for 2. That's very nice, very, 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 very nice. Right, 83 for 2 then at 14 overs in. Pretty good run rate actually. Run rate starting the match off, to be fair. And there's an appeal. And they're not interested, is the wicket keeper. Well, that would have been an LBW appeal, so let's have a look at this. I think it's the big eye. Let's have a look. Would that one be out? Outside off pitching. Outside off impact. But it does hit the wickets. Very interesting. But, of course, outside the line. But, hitting the off stump wicket there. But of course, because there's no, there's no third umpire, if you like, you know, there's no appeal, then it's not really necessary to look at and kind of look at, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say here, but look at the old stuff and the old footage of stuff that really doesn't matter because the umpire hasn't appealed it. So if it was out or not, there's simply no point looking because it wasn't out. Well, the unfortunate bit is, and the really annoying thing is here, is that we have to decide when to run, not Vince. So we have to be quite alert, as in when we just run those 2, we've had to click the X button and make sure Vince runs. So it's a bit tedious, to be honest, keep watching Vince, and Vince has gone. Ah, dear. Vince has been bowled by Stark. I think he must have gone for another over in all fairness, because obviously Stark would have been coming the over after, and Lyon's into bowl now. So that's not a great start for us, to be honest. And if Milan goes quite cheaply here, it could really all be on us to do well. But another bowling from Nathan Lyon. I think we can run for the 2 here quite successfully. We just want to really keep Milan off strike, because we're less likely to get out than Milan. Saying that'll probably be bowled, clean bowled next ball. I have been clean bowled a few times, I admit, by Nathan Lyon. Going down the wrong side, you know, he's bowled, say, offside, and we've just gone down leg. And either you're out LBW, or of course, because you've gone the wrong way, you just clean bowled. He's gone down exactly the same side as he did before, though, then, meaning that we can get another sort of duo of runs, but actually, it did go for 4. I mean, if it 24's out of the 7-2-2 that's probably available, and to be honest, I think those objectives for our career, I think we'll probably be able to do that in the Ashes series itself. And he's done it again. We haven't quite hit it as well this time, and we've only got the 1 run, which means Milan is on strike, which quite worries me, to be honest, because I don't think Milan's had too many good innings in this Ashes series so far. But he just has a dot ball and then sends it away for 1. Comes in though again, and we can hit that for at least 1. And we are going to go for a conservative 1, meaning that we are back on strike. Okay, we could have gone for 2 there, but you know, run for maybe a wicket next over of Milan, or a sort of dot over or maiden over. Is there really much point in that? Debatable, isn't it? But Mitchell Stark coming in again. Decent run rate, as I said. We've definitely contributed to that 100%. And that's a nice shot. That'll just be the 1, unfortunately, though. So really, in the end, it all balanced out, because Milan is back on strike. But Stark took the wickets of what's his face? James Vince. So he's very likely to take the wicket of Milan. But he seems to have a decent start to things. He hasn't quite got the confidence yet. You know, by the confidence, by that bar at the bottom of the screen. It's either green, red, or orange, I think. So obviously orange is fairly confident, but green is pretty much you've got your confidence. And to be honest, after hitting 30 off, or 31, sorry, 31 off 17 shots, you're going to be fairly confident, aren't you? Nathan Lyon comes into bowl anyway. Again. And I don't quite think he's had his effect this time. That's a lovely shot by us there. And because there's no field out there, well, I'm sure that will go to the boundary unless it completely stops, which would be very unfortunate for us. But yeah, that was lovely. And Lyon's coming from the other side. But as I said earlier, Lyon hasn't really been too effective at the moment. I mean, we're coming up to the 5th over stage, and he's conceded about 6 and over. And that's going to be even more now, because that's a really nice shot to the boundary for 4 again. So Lyon has been conceding over 6 and over at the start of this innings, and it might just not be a spinner's pitch, which bodes well for us, to be fair, because we've only got the 1 spinner in Attlee, and of course we've got Overton, I think Overton, Broad, Wokes and Anderson. So to be fair, that bodes quite well for us, and Rashid's our 12th man, so there we go. But Milan is back in, and he scored 13 actually, so that's really impressive. Well, I say that's really impressive, but off and over, 8 off and over, that's really refreshing to see. Let's go a bit of reverse swing though. I feel like he's going to do it. He's probably going to get it wrong though. But, ooh, good footwork there, but it was a late timing there. But as I said, Milan, he's getting into his innings, and that's really good. All I like to see is it a bit of aggression. Of course, the morning session isn't really over yet, and I think a good total for a morning session would probably be... Right, we're not going to go for that one. We're going to be silly to not go for that one, because we don't get to run out at all. But it would be silly to go for that one. We've scored 250 runs so far, which is fantastic to see. We'll see this one delivery of Milan. Could well be out, I suppose. But, right, Lyon comes in, bowls to Milan, and he just doesn't hit it. That was the very most entertaining of balls that I could possibly have shown you. We're into our 40s though now. I did not realise that whatsoever, and we could well get our 50 this over, which shows maybe the difficulty a little bit too easy. But it's a bit like that FIFA conundrum. I don't know if you guys have had this before, but I'll play FIFA, say, and you will get professional, which is not dead easy, but it's quite easy, comfortable, and then you go on world class and get smashed. I really don't want that to happen here. You know, we score sort of single figures every innings, and it's not really the oh dear, Milan's gone now. Milan is out. Gone for 13, and Pat Cummins clean bowled him. I wonder, can we watch a replay? I don't think we can actually. No, we can't. That's a shame. No, because there's no data available for simulated deliveries. It moans about that every time you simulate. So, wow, that's not a good start to our innings. I'll keep going for a few more minutes. But that's a real worry, because Milan and Vince are both out. And if Bairstow goes, then we're just down to the bowling side, really, if you think about it. Hazelwood comes into bowl though, and that's not a good hit whatsoever. I thought we'd hit that simply down the leg side, but that was a bit of a slower ball, hence why we were shown as an early hit. But we're going to go down the offside and a reverse swing ball, just hitting the right bumper. And that was definitely the right shot to do. Very nice stuff. Ball's practically to where we wanted it, hence why it's gone for the 4, and we're now on 47 off 24 balls. Can we get 50 off 25? I mean, we've got a 200% strike rate. Let's see, shall we? Comes into bowl. Oh, that's dangerous, that was. Luckily, it didn't go up in the air. It was just a bad shot, and it just went straight to the ground. But if it went up in the air, there was a good chance that we could have been caught out. 131 for 4, though. We've been in for quite a while now, and that's really good to see. And he bowls in again, and that's lovely, going down the leg side, but we're only going to get the 1 here. I think we'd be a bit stupid to go for 2, seeing as our precarious sort of position in the match as well. But Bairstow's still in the end of the over, you know, we're just checking at the end of every single over just to hope that these batsmen are still in at the end of each over. I mean, it's not a great thing to do, but of course, we've got no reference from Australia yet, so we just have to score as many runs as we can. That was actually a really good ball there, because we're looking like it went down the leg side, and then it kind of like the wind swung it, if I suppose, if you want to use the real technicals and all that sort of stuff. That one's definitely going to go down the leg side, though, and that's just the 1 run. Does that take us to 50 or to 49? I can't quite remember. 49, right. Okay, fair enough. Bairstow scores 3 off that ball, hence why we're back on strike straight away. Right, let's try the reverse swing, shall we, to see if we can get our 50. And that does work. That's quite a nice ball, actually. We can risk it for 2 here, and that is going to be Joe Root's 50 and our third 50 of the series in 3 innings. Of course, we only played 3 innings. So there we go, 57 minutes played, 29 balls, 7 fours, 51 runs overall. Really nice stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I said at the start of this video, I don't want this to be when we're getting 50s. But then at the same time, I don't want to try to get out, if that makes sense. I don't want to purposely try to get out, because that would be unfair. But I think at some stage, we probably will need to simulate. But then you guys really don't get to see as much of the action. So that would be like on FM, simulating the whole season and saying, right, there we go, that's what happened at the end of the season. And really, it's not our work then that's mattered, if that makes sense. Play a few more overs then I think we will have to simulate. Just the 1 run there mean that we're actually back on strike for the next over. But we're in real precarious position at the moment, actually. 56 off 31 balls, really nice to see there. I'll tell you what, we will actually skip until the session's finished, or rather the wicket is taken. So, stop a career player. So basically any of that. Oh yeah, duh. Stop at career player, yeah, of course. Shut up, Toby. Right, we've gone. We're out. 56 off 35 balls. We've gone pretty much straight away. LBW from Hazelwood, I want to say. Yes, it is Hazelwood. So we're in real precarious position there, really. 145 for 5. And there's a real chance here that we could be out for less than 200. Which is a real worry. And that is a real worry, isn't it? Because, you know, after Bairstow, really, there's only Wokes. There is, well, I'd better say it's only. Ali can bat, I suppose, and Wokes. But Broad and Anderson, really? You know, they're not going to be able to do much, are they? But it looks like that'll be a dot over anyway. I made no for Hazelwood. But actually, no, it's not going to be because it's a no ball. And he stepped way over the mark there. But let's go and just see where the wickets are going to be taken. Bairstow's gone straight away. But Overton and Ali have got a really good partnership going at the end of that morning, or in fact afternoon session. So going into the sort of evening session, no, it can't be the evening session, it must just be the afternoon session. It's a day-night test, this is, of course, isn't it? Yeah. But these two seem to have quite a nice partnership. That's a nice hit from Moe and Ali there. And that could well go for a boundary, or if not, at least 3 runs, I think, there. And the fielder will get it, and I think that is 3 runs. That puts Overton back on strike once again. Okay, and let's have a look at the tactics then and simulate again. And I think we'll just simulate till the next wicket. Ali's gone quite early. Overton's got a fantastic 66 there. Credit to him. But credit to Wokes and Broad. Yeah, Wokes and Broad have done really well there. But we do finish on a 273, which, I don't know, in the... Rashid? How come Rashid's in? That's a bit of a glitch. Because Rashid isn't part of the team. But if you look at that innings, then that's going to be the end of the video, unfortunately, folks. But Milan out for 13, Bairstow out for 8. Fantastic innings from Overton. And really, the what's it called in real life? The sort of middle order collapse and the bottom order collapse simply hasn't happened here. I mean, Overton got 66, Ali got 15, Wokes got 19, and Broad got 26. I mean, look at Wokes and Broad, they got more than the openers combined, so, you know, that's not too shabby, but I have to say that Wokes' strike rate was especially poor, considering he only got 19 off 94 balls. I mean, that is quite astoundingly bad. We will simulate, actually, till we get to our career player in terms of our innings, but I can feel like here that Australia might just well get 500, potentially. I won't like to see that, but they've got a good partnership going for this first wicket, and yeah, I can feel this is going to be like a 500 innings. They've already gone past our total, unless we can start getting the players really cheaply. Yeah, it's going to be a 500 innings, unfortunately, and I don't think we're going to be able to come back from that, you know. Stop at a wicket. We'll stop at each wicket. Stoneman's gone quite cheaply, and actually they've got a good partnership going on here. And that's not too bad. That is not too bad, actually. 170 for 2. We're in with our partner Alistair Cook at the moment for our second innings, and that's not too shabby whatsoever. Vince had a really good innings. We trailed by 83 runs, so really we've got to get a fantastic run. Not run rate, but in terms of... we've got to score quickly, and we've got to get good runs. I mean, it is pretty much the end of day 3. How many overs have they got left today? There's 39 overs left. So if us and Cook, can stay until the end of the day, there's a real chance that we'll have overtook that 83 run deficit. And who knows what can happen. I think we've got to go for a draw in this match. There's no way we're going to win it, considering that Australia had that fantastic innings for 526 for 9, in which they actually can't speak. In which they actually declared, and it's a bit of a glitch there, because as you can see, apparently Rashid caught one of the players. It just might well be the case, I suppose, but one of the players is injured and we don't know about them. Interesting. Right then, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video, folks, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm TJ, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday at 8 PM. That'll actually be whilst I'm streaming, but I will see you Tuesday at 8 PM, or whenever you decide to watch it, for the 4th episode and the second innings of our second test at the Adelaide Oval. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for that innings. Goodbye.